Hey, what's up, you guys? This is AllenChaiCosplay, and I'm here with the wonderful and amazing
LittleCheyBaby.
Today we're doing a Q&A for you guys. We get tons of questions on all of our social media all the time, and we just decided that we finally wanted to answer some of your guys' questions. Also, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to comment. And just let us know so we can make another Q&A and answer more questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with the first one.
Alright, so the first one is, what is your favorite cosplay you've done so far?
I'm gonna let you go first.
Me go first? Oh, I don't know. I've done so many. I don't know.
You don't know your all-time favorite?
No,
I know mine.
Okay,
if you want me to go. Okay, so my all-time favorite so far has been Inuyasha. He's a character that I've always cosplayed. Like, my first version of him that I did, I just had sweatpants that were red that I got from Walmart, and then I made a kimono. Like the top half of it out of red fabric, and I made a little bow, and I got like this cheap eBay wig, but I got to remake him now that I'm a professional cosplayer, and he just looked so much better. He was fun to run around in. I didn't have to wear shoes. I just loved getting to bring him to life and do an actual, like, do his character justice in the way that I fixed the cosplay. I've done him like 4 times now, and then the last time I was like, this is it. This is like the best version of him that I've done. So he's my favorite.
It's alright, I like all of them, but maybe Nami.
Nami's your favorite.
I mean, I even have, you know...
Yeah, Nami is your comfort.
Yeah, I even got her tattoo, so I stopped spending money on making the tattoo. So probably Nami, because I always wanted to, like, make it good and make it right and make all of her outfits, and she's really comfy to wear. She doesn't hurt.
You do look really good as a Nami.
I love her. I used to even have orange hair.
To match.
Like hers, yeah.
So you didn't have to buy wigs?
Yeah, like my alabaster Nami is all my actual hair just pulled up.
Nice. I'm going to share a picture too. I'll post a picture somewhere around here of the Nami and my Inuyasha. So you guys can see like what we're talking about. Okay, next question.
How long have you been cosplaying?
That's hard for me because it's like...
professionally or
like your very, very first cosplay.
Do both. Okay,
so my very first cosplay was back in 2007 when I went to my first convention, which was my local con, which is Bonsai, and I did Elle from Death Note. So that was my first one. After that I did Kagome from Inuyasha, then I did somebody from Fullmetal Alchemist. I did Winry.
Yeah.
But then my first, like, is it, like, when did you start? Sorry, I asked you the question again.
How long have you been?
Okay, how many years would that be? I don't even know.
2007, though.
But when I first professionally started cosplaying and actually, like, selling prints and, like, putting out weekly content and YouTube videos and stuff wasn't till, I think, 2016 or 15. So kind of depends. A long time, I guess, for me. I've been doing it forever.
I haven't been doing it as long. I think I went to my first convention 2015, 2016, and it was just the old, like, cartoon Harley Quinn, like with the little bodysuit and the little hat that had the little tingles. And I did that one, and then I just fell in love with it. I only went like one day. And then the following year, I actually, like, made Nami and went all 4 days, so I'm still relatively new.
You're still a beginner.
I'm still a little baby.
It's okay. Okay.
What is the most challenging cosplay you have made, and how long did it take you to make it?
Oh, do you want to answer this one first?
Sure. My most challenging would have been Ciel Phantom Hive's ball gown, the Robin dress as it was called. And it was in like the 4th episode, I think. And it's a big pink ball gown and hat and I did it out of spite because someone told me a beginner couldn't make it. So I spent 2 years making that dress, and I've never sewed a dress in the whole entire thing, including the hat. I hand made it. So that was painful and frustrating.
You did such a good job for your first
but it took 2
cosplay.
years of
working on it. It looks amazing. I'll post a picture of that too, because that one was really good.
I will be remaking it someday. But what about you? Most challenging and how long?
I'm trying to think. Nothing I feel like is ever really challenging for me, just because if I want to do it, I just do it and I just have fun doing it. So it's not like, oh, it's so hard. Does that make sense? Like, it's kind of hard to be challenged when I already know that I could pretty much make anything I wanted to make. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But the one that I think maybe took me the most time was doing the Skyrim armor that I did. I forgot her name. She's with the Werewolf Guild. She's an archer. It starts with an A. I know her name.
Should I
I can't remember it. You can Google it if you want. I can't remember her name. For some reason, my mind just went blank. But I made her armor out of just foam and fabric, and it's all hot glued together with no sewing whatsoever. Like, I didn't sew any of it because...
It looks so good, though. Like, I didn't believe it was hot glue.
Yeah, I was surprised that, like, it didn't fall apart. But everyone kept telling me, oh, you can't make a costume without sewing it. And I was like, watch me. So I did the whole thing with just hot glue, because I was, like, I had a sewing machine, I had everything I needed, just sew it together, but I was just like, I want to prove that I can make it with nothing but hot glue.
One?
Yes.
Ayla?
The Huntress. I should have just said the Huntress. Everyone will know who that is.
We'll post pictures.
Yeah, and then she has like chainmail on the side and some shoulder armor pieces and stuff, and even just that was all foam and hot glue or contact cement, like no fabric, and that took me like a couple weeks, like a week or two to put together, and it still looked really good.
It does.
But that probably took me the longest, because I feel like I kept stopping. I was just like, I'll put together this piece, and then I had to wait to do the chainmail to get all this stuff, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do the armor last. But anyway, yeah. Next question.
Do you have any tips or advice to someone who wants to start cosplaying?
That's a good question, but it's such a hard question to answer.
Because there's so much that you can
do.
Just do it.
Right? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to cosplay, but I don't know what to do, so they just procrastinate and they don't do it. I recommend for starting, though, is to pick an easy character. Like, my first one was like Elf from Death Note, so I could literally go to like a Walmart or DI and just get like a white long sleeve shirt, jeans, he doesn't even wear shoes, and a black wig from Amazon or eBay. Like, that's all you need for him, unless you want to do contacts because his eyes are like dark brown or black.
Yeah.
But like, just do something easy, that's clothes that you can easily buy, or like something that already matches your hair, so you don't have to buy a wig if you don't like wigs. Some people just don't do the wig thing. But for starting out, just something simple, something you can get at Walmart, solid colored shirt, pants, jeans, black pants. Like, I'm trying to think of another example of an easy character.
Nami was easy. It's just like a bathing suit top you can get anywhere, and a pair of pants.
Like shorts.
Like anything, like as long as, with Nami, as long as you have like orange hair or an orange wig and you put the tattoo on, everyone typically will know
that you're from One Piece.
Yeah, there's even a One Piece convention in Florida, and it's just One Piece characters on the beach called Nakamacon, and like, I just ran around with a wig and everyone knew, oh, this is who.
Right. Another easy thing you can do, I feel like, for starting out, if you don't want to go all out or like make a costume or buy an expensive costume, is you can just do casual wear with a wig, like kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's like Bakugou and Deku, but like this shirt just has, you used permanent marker on it.
It's Sharpie on a white t-shirt.
Yeah, so just like kind of keep it simple.
Yeah, don't be scared of casual.
And don't be scared of casual. Sometimes people really like just like casual, like seeing your favorite characters in everyday, just like life. So yeah. I hope that answers that. If there's something we didn't cover, just comment and be like, hey, what about if you did this? And then we can answer it in that.
Yeah, we can try to go more in depth.
More in depth on that one. That's kind of a like a long. We could go
we could
on for
make
like an hour about just how to begin.
Yeah, like
Cosplaying.
of tips and advice. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much.
Next question is, what was your most embarrassing or awkward con moment? Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so I actually just thought of one
Ooh,
that
yes.
would be good. So, at my local convention, we have like this ballroom. Like, we have two dances. We have the ball, and then we have the, what is it called? The rave.
Rave.
I think it's called the rave. Just the rave where it's like glow sticks and party, whatever. But at the ball, one of the nights I fell asleep. So everybody was dancing. I was super tired. It was like the third day of the convention, or like the last day. It might have been the rave then, since it was the last day, because I was in Werewolf Bakugo. But I like sat down against the wall, and before I know it, I was asleep, just like laying on the ground in the middle of a rave. There's like lights going on, people are screaming, there's glow sticks flying everywhere, and people kept tripping over me. And it was really awkward, and like somebody came up to me and was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was just like, I'm taking a nap in the middle of the rave on the floor. And I felt so embarrassed, and it was like awkward, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I must just be this tired that I could just nap in the middle of this chaotic like party that was going on. But that's one of my awkward moments where I just passed out on the floor of the rave.
You can just sleep anywhere, to be
right?
honest.
Like nobody, like, I mean, everybody just kept asking me if I was okay, but like people just kept dancing.
You're just like, I'm tired. It's fine.
Kept tripping over my Bakugo boots, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. Anyway.
I don't know. I guess I have like two, maybe, because I just thought of one that happened at my last MetroCon, which I was just like, okay, thank you. But I think one year at MetroCon, I think I might have accidentally like flashed my underwear at a driver, and it was my friend's fault because my dress was super long. It was Elaine, and they wanted to help me pick it up and carry it, and they just like lifted it. I'm like, wow, that driver just got a panty
nice
shot, like. And I kept having to like tell
embarrassing.
them to like stop yanking it up so high, because I don't know why they just kept like lifting it like all the way up, and I'm like, guys, like, it doesn't need to be to my chest. Stop.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is pretty embarrassing.
And then the other one was I was in Elizabeth, and I was walking into MetroCon, and you had to get security checked. And when I was like walking by, there was a girl that did my security check, and she's like, "Hey, wait, like, I'm not a lesbian, but you're super hot." And I was just like, what?
That's funny.
And I was just like, okay, thank you.
You're like, yes.
I didn't know how to respond. But yeah, I did. I flashed a driver. They saw my undies. I know they did.
So sorry. Oh man. Okay. What's the next one?
This one.
Okay, what was your most uncomfortable moment at a convention, and how did you deal with it? You want to go first?
I have two super uncomfortable moments. One, I have a convention stalker in Florida. He first found me, I believe, at Holiday Matsuri, and it's to the point that he was talking to me. I thought everything was fine, and then I tried to walk away, and he grabbed my wrist like this and yanked me back to him.
Oh god.
And he
I
kept
smacked him.
Yeah, he kept blocking me, and I kept trying to be really nice and be like, I gotta go. Luckily, my friend helped me, but throughout that con, he kept grabbing and yanking me out of my friend group and really scaring me. And then he found me at MetroCon, even somehow knowing what panels and meetups I'd be at. But I never posted where I was going to be. So I had no idea how he was finding me. He would grab me. He would duck underneath my friends to try to grab me.
I would have killed him.
Yeah, and I just tried to avoid him. He has found me at every Florida convention I've gone to. It is terrifying. And so I just tried to avoid him and stick really close to my friends with that one. And my second one, I almost broke my ankle because I was asked for a picture with a guy. I was in Elizabeth going to the rave. He asked for a picture, and I said, yeah. He asked if he could kiss me, and I said, you can kiss me on the cheek, but not on my mouth. He seemed fine and respectful, but then I got into the rave, and he found me in the rave, and he grabbed me and forced our crotches together.
Oh, God.
And tried to forcefully kiss me on the mouth.
You should have kneed him in there.
And I froze up. Like, I was so shocked. And one of my friends, like, all my friends, all of a sudden, like, I looked over at one of the girls and gave him a look, and they knew, like, I needed help. And she, like, made a motion with her hand, and all of my friends just, phoom, right to me. One of them picked me up and almost broke my ankle because I was falling.
Oh, no.
Because of how fast he, like, scooped me and, like, forced me away from him. And one of my friends, I just met them at the convention, said something to him, but it's not, like, language appropriate.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much, we don't mess with, you know, F-boys here.
Gotcha.
And helped get him away from me, and we had to go talk to security, but
That's stressful.
yeah, definitely security, but
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you're ever in a situation where someone's, like, touching you inappropriately or, like, in your space and they just won't leave you alone, like, just go to security. Like, I know it's scary, but, like, that's what they're there for. And they will kick somebody out if they are, like, harassing
or
you.
if you see, like, me or even him at a con and someone's harassing you, just come to us and
Yeah,
be
like,
hi.
Bakugou will take care of you.
I actually had that happen at a con. Someone was getting harassed by a man, and they ran, and they were just like, he won't leave me alone. And I was in my CL cosplay that had the cape, and I made them sit behind me, and I made sure my cape would block them until the guy left.
I've actually had an experience where I've helped somebody too.
Oh!
Her name's Alex. She's like a really tall cosplayer. And these guys were just like hitting on her, and they like stood on both sides of her, and they're like, hey, can we have your number? Like, and she just didn't say anything. Like, she just kept walking, and I just kind of like swooped in. I was like super short compared to her, but I put my arm around her waist, and I was like, sorry guys, she's with me. And they were just like, oh, like, okay. And I was like, yeah, back off. And she just like smiled at me and kind of giggled, and we just kept walking, and she was in like these huge heels with this big like dress thing, and I was just like, that's right, let's walk away.
That's how you do it.
Right, just be like, you're with me, even though you're really not, but like, she didn't care. She was just like, thank you. Thank you for saving me from these two guys that just wouldn't stop asking me for my number.
What about you? Any uncomfortable moments?
I've had so many. It's so hard to like...
Be like me. I picked like my two big ones, but there's a ton.
Some of them, it sucked for me because I couldn't do anything about it. Like, there was a situation where we were in a really long line waiting, and there was one line going this way and one line going this way. So we were like contrasting, and someone on the other line like grabbed my ass, but they were still facing this way. So I turned around and I couldn't tell who did it. And I was like, you motherfucker. I was like, I wanted to punch him or slap him, but like, I didn't want to hit the wrong person.
Yeah.
And they were so smooth about it. They're just like, no, they're never gonna know it was me. And they didn't even look back at me. Like, nobody in the other line going the other way was looking this way. So I was like, I don't know who it was. So I couldn't do anything, and that really pissed me off. But like,
I've had it happen in a conga line at a rave, but they didn't.
People do that all the time.
My butt. Like, they like just did this down my body and then took off, and I was just like,
yeah, it sucks when stuff like that happens. Like, I should have still probably tried to report it, but I couldn't.
If you don't know who it was,
yeah, I was just like,
I
don't want to like be like, it's this guy and be wrong and be like, I swear I didn't do it. But like, even if they did do it, they'd probably say they didn't anyway. So it's just like, why? But that happened to me a lot. Like, it happens all the time, and I'm just like, don't kill somebody. Don't kill somebody. But anytime that I have noticed it, like, I do see, and like, I know the person, and they're like openly harassing me, or like, we had this one guy that kept coming back to me and asking me for a selfie. Like, he did it twice, and I was just like, okay, like, he just keeps forgetting that he sees me, and then he just kept doing it, and then would just follow me around, and I'm like, okay, this is a bit much, and then I had to tell security to get him to back off. But like, yeah, that stuff happens all the time. The best thing to do is to just tell security. Like, if you know who it is, at least. And if you don't, just, like, I don't know. It's kind of hard.
It's
when you
really
can't,
hard.
like, figure out who it was.
Just If you can,
But just stay with a group, like, try to be protected, never go to a con by yourself, like, just...
If someone's harassing you, like I said, you can typically go up to somebody and...
Yeah,
like another cosplayer.
A lot of other cosplayers are there to help you, too, because they've also dealt with it. Like, and it's also hard because a lot of people are like, oh, it only happens to, like, minors, which is not true. Like, it happens to every cosplayer. Like, almost everyone that you talk to has had an issue with somebody being there to just harass people. Like, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your cosplay, it doesn't matter your gender. Like, I've been in full, like, long sleeves, long pants, no skin showing, and it still happens. So it doesn't even matter if you're in a crop top or booty shorts.
It's like, will happen.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that that's a part of cosplay, and it shouldn't be a thing at all, but there are ways and people that are always going to be there to help you, because we've all had to deal with it. So we're all there to have your back, basically.
Definitely.
If somebody's harassing you. So anyway, that was a long answer.
Yeah,
next question. Some of these is like we could go on and on and on for an hour.
We could.
All right, what was the next one? Do you want to read this one?
What is your favorite ship in My Hero Academia and why?
I ship Bakugo with everybody.
Yeah, I'm such a multi-shipper.
Same. We're both multi-shippers, because I ship Bakugo with Kirishima, Deku, Todoroki, even Uraraka, because I think they'd be the cutest couple. She could make him flow, and they could, like, kiss in the sky, and it would be all romantic.
And people may hate that ship. And also, please, no ship hate in the comments. We love all ships.
Yeah, we love all the ships. Like, I even ship Deku with a lot of characters, too.
But with, like, Ochako and Bakugo, like, she totally proved herself to him when they fought. Like,
he has so much respect for her. He's like, what was that line he said? They're like, oh, look at Bakugo beating up on a weak girl. And he's like, that girl
like,
wasn't
not
weak. Yeah, and he's like, she definitely is not that, but whatever, you guys. He's like, oh no, she put up a fight. Like,
she did. Like, against him, like...
Yeah, that was when I kind of shipped those two. I was like, they'd be the cutest couple, because she could, like, keep him in line and be like, I may look cute and frail, but, like, I'll kick your ass.
I got you.
Or, sorry, I'm trying not to swear. I'll kick your, beep, whatever. Anyway.
We'll just put a little beep right there.
I swear a lot. I'm trying to filter myself.
But yeah, I'm also a multi-shipper, so I really like Bakugo and Todoroki just because I feel like Todoroki just doesn't. He's yelling, it's fine. Bakugo's blowing something up, it's fine.
Right, I also ship
and he can cook
Deku and Todoroki too.
Yes, they're cute.
And I ship Deku and Bakugo. And I ship Deku.
We ship
and
everyone.
Uraraka. Yeah, like there's a potential connection between so many characters that it's hard to just pick your favorite ship. Because it's like, oh, they would all be cute. They would all have things that would complement them.
Yes.
And then they would all have things that would potentially wreck their relationship. But
yeah. We're multi-shippers in this family.
We are. Everyone's like, no, you have to have a favorite.
You got to.
I can't pick just one. Okay, what's the next question? What are your recommended makeup brands for beginners? Oh, I don't really know. I always like, I can't even remember the name of it
Kat
now.
Von...
Yeah, Kat Von D. I was like, I don't even know what makeup I use. I use Kat Von D, like, foundation, because it's always been really good. I mean, I feel like something happened with her thing, and it's only sold on Sephora's website now, but a lot of Sephora's makeup is good.
I think there was a bunch of drama, but I can't remember. I tried to stay out of...
Yeah, I don't know. I still like her makeup regardless of whatever.
It's actually pretty good.
Right, we're wearing it right now.
I tend to use Fit Me by Maybelline. You can get it at like Walmart.
Maybelline is good too.
Yeah, the Fit Me is a Maybelline brand. And
yeah.
You can get that one from like any store.
That's a cheaper option. Mine is more expensive.
Yeah. The one that I use typically is a much cheaper option. It's just something I've always used because it had like a lot of like colors, because I am pale. So like finding like a super pale color for me is really, really hard. But I definitely like Fit Me by Maybelline. But I am using the Kat Von D recently.
Yeah, I'm converting.
You kind of are, yeah. I like the coverage. But there's...
Yeah, it's really thick. It's a full coverage. At least
there's
the
definitely
kind that I do.
Tons of brands, though. Like,
yeah, we can link some of the ones we use down below if you want to try them.
Definitely try them, see what you like, because some people like it, like, I don't know. Like, I've used some before. I think it was CoverGirl. I didn't like it because I felt like it was really watery.
I was just about to say that. I was like, was it watery? Because when I tried it was really like
I pour like
watery and like stringy.
Like I grabbed the foundation and I would put it on my sponge and it was like just watery, and I'm like, oh no.
They're like, make sure you stir, and then add something else.
Yeah, like
it's
it was
weird.
Bad, but yeah, Kat Von D and Maybelline Fit Me are like our
go-to
main
makeup
go-to ones.
Yes. Okay.
Wow. Are you guys really dating? And if so, how long have you two been together? I thought it was obvious.
Okay, so we've been dating since June? January? Sorry, I know. January 9th.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, wait. Don't kill me, please. But we
are really dating.
Yeah, we are really dating. We were long distance at first, but now we live together. We've been dating for a year and 4 months.
Yeah, 4 months will be on the 9th.
Yeah, so we're going to celebrate our year and 4 months on the 9th. Mm-hmm. Yay, a long time.
But yes, we are really dating.
Yes, we are together. Okay, next question. If you could be any anime character with all their abilities, who would you be? This is such a hard question because I love so much. I mean, my first one would have been Inuyasha because I want, like, how old is he? Like 50 something? He's a
I don't know.
half demon.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much stupid strong, can heal really fast, never gets sick. Like, there's like all these things. But then my other thing is like, I want to be like a hero, other invincible character, like maybe Vegeta from like Dragon Ball Z, because like you could like destroy a mountain with your pinky, or like the planet, I don't know, like I would never do that, but like he's pretty much like super strength, all powerful, can change the world. Like I'd want to have powers that could help change the world for the better. I mean, I would just choose Bakugou, but I also feel like having the ability to just explode everything, if you accidentally did it in certain situations, it wouldn't be a good power to have. Like, I don't know, if we were just sitting here and I all of a sudden just like blew up the room, like, I feel like you'd constantly have to be fixing things. Yeah. Like, to learn how to, like, control it, I guess. But if it was like a power that you just all of a sudden got and you had to just like learn how to use it, I feel like it'd be harder than something like super strength or, you know, immortality, or I don't know, being a vampire.
Right? Like,
yeah, explosions would just be a problem. Even though I do like Bakugou's power, I think it'd be hard. And then I feel like if you exploded yourself in the air and you didn't know how to get down, you'd probably just fall and break some bones, and it'd be like, oh, well, that sucks.
Like, well, there he is. Hi.
But yeah, I'd probably want something like Inuyasha's.
That'd be really cool.
I like his nails and his like his things. It is. Anyway, your turn.
I mean, if you're gonna be Inuyasha, I gotta be Shishomaru to match you.
Right?
I don't know. There's
like a full demon.
I love Shishomaru so much. I don't know. There's so many that I could pick. Like, I love Shishomaru. I love Todoroki. Like, hot and cold. That'd be fun.
I feel like that in like today's world would have so many uses, because it's like, oh, if you got like melted ice cream, you could just be like, here you go, I'm gonna freeze it for you, or you could like make ice for people.
Like, for me, I feel like it would help
snow cones,
just because like I am very sensitive to the heat. Like, I do not.
You could just cool yourself down.
Yeah,
and maintain
I could
like
keep
a normal
myself,
temperature, so
like,
you wouldn't get like a cold.
Yeah, because he's already seen me in the summer, and
yeah, and then like in the winter, we could go out into the snow,
nice
and you
warm.
could just like admit heat and be like, well, we're just toasty and we'll just melt the snow as we walk. Like, it would.
Granted, I like the snow anyways. I'll just like lay in it.
Right, but you could still keep your body to like a warm temperature. Where
so I feel like
never
his
freeze
would be
to
very useful, or Edward Elric, just because alchemy.
That's true. He does have alchemy power.
That would be like really, really cool too. But I definitely think like those would be like the top 3 possibly. Just because I love Shishomaru. Todoroki would be useful. Edward's just
useful. Like, the only thing I'd be worried about with alchemy, because I thought about that too, is like, oh, alchemy would be cool, but then there's like the equivalent exchange to where like, oh, you have to give something up to get something, and sometimes it wouldn't be worth the cost of whatever you wanted.
I mean,
I don't know. It depends on what you're doing, I guess.
It's but like if I'm making like anything, like that's
if something
fine.
breaks and you can put it back together, like that's cool.
I'm not talking about like, you know, like human transmutation. Like,
Right,
oh, that's...
I'm a sacrifice, and I will lose an arm or leg.
Oh, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many characters, though. So many.
For sure. Next question.
How long does your photo shoots typically take?
Oh,
Depends.
yeah, it depends. Typically, we like to spend a lot of time on it. So, like, if you're adding, like, getting ready and then setting up the camera and the lights or, like, the background or,
Yeah.
like, props, like, doing a full photo shoot probably just takes all day. Like, it's kind of something that you just commit to
Yeah.
doing and then just being like, oh, we want to do some standing up photos. We want to do some laying down photos in this outfit. We also want to do some outside photos in this outfit.
Yeah.
So you're going to, like, 3 different locations in a day trying to get everything you want out of this one costume just to be like, hey, I don't have to go back and keep putting this on to redo it over and over and over again, unless you're like changing it up and like trying to make it better because you're like, oh, this photo shoot I didn't have this prop and now I made it, so like I have to add it or whatever. So pretty much most of the day it takes us to do photo shoots.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, are you a boy or a girl?
This is a common question.
I'm a boy.
Yep. I'm a girl.
But I'm also trans, so I'm in the middle of transitioning right now, but I do identify as a male.
Yep.
Even though a lot of people question that all the time.
Granted, I felt so accomplished when I was finally asked that on my TikToks and social medias, and I was like, I have made it.
Yes. I just feel like I have issues because people are like, they'll talk to me and they'll be like, excuse me, sir, or hi, sir, and then I'll speak and they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
And you're just like, no.
She. And I'm like, no, you were right the first
Yeah.
time. Like, just my voice gives me away. More testosterone. Anyway, okay, next question.
How do you make money off cosplay?
This is such a good question, but it's also a hard question.
There's many ways. Prints.
Yeah, selling
Etsy.
prints is a big one. Etsy, so like putting out cosplay patterns, you can also sell prints on Etsy too. You can do stickers, Polaroids.
Commissions. Some people
you
do
can
commissions.
do commissions like wigs, or you can offer to make costumes.
Yep.
You can also set up a Patreon.
I know we mainly deal with like Patreon and that social media-esque stuff and prints and...
Yeah, I used to sell a lot of prints. Like, I haven't been pushing them as much as I used to do, but I used to sell, like, I don't know, at least 3 to 10 a week.
Yeah.
And it's like $10 per print. So, like, it did pretty good for a while when I was, like, advertising. So, just a lot of advertising. Like, you're basically trying to put yourself on a billboard, which I know kind of sounds kind of weird. Like, you're like a salesperson for yourself. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're selling a product, but it's you.
You're a walking billboard.
Yeah, if that makes sense. That's a better way of putting it. You're
You
like a
really got to
walking
promote yourself,
billboard.
promote your stores, and...
Yeah, like when you add stuff to your store, be like, hey, I just put up this, there's a print for this cosplay that a lot of you guys liked if you want to buy it, and we'll sign it, or whatever. So
Which
just
we definitely struggle
a lot
with.
of promoting. I do struggle
Like,
with promoting.
We don't like...
Just because, like, it's hard because it's where we make most of our money, but at the same time, like...
We don't want to make you guys feel like you're obligated.
It's like, oh, pressure, pressure. Like,
Yeah.
buy this. Like, I always feel terrible. But at the
Same.
same time, like, I know that, like...
We need to.
Yeah, we have fans that are like, hey, I want a print with your signature
Yeah.
on it. And it's like, okay, well, I just did this one, and, like, this is the one that you guys have been asking for, so, like, here it is. But, like, yeah, we definitely have a hard time being advertised. Other cosplayers are super good at that, where they're just like, hey, if you share this picture a bunch of times, I'll send you a print, or, like, I'll pick somebody in the comments and do a shout-out if you do this, and it's just something we need to get better at. But that's probably one of the best ways to do it.
Yep.